Greetings and salutations. Let me know if you can hear and or see me. And happy New Year's Eve. All right, I'm seeing the right things on my end. All the right lights are on and flashing. Can you hear? Can you hear? Hello, Ed and Susie. Waving at Susie. Okay. Excellent. Got a we can see and hear you. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Hi, Jojo Christensen. Greetings and salutations, Jojo. Hi, Charity Swanson, Melissa Catano, Ruth Sanchez. Hello, Dari. Ed, waving back. Hello, Diana Nicole. I'm not sure if that was a current request or weighing in on the previous conversation. Inspirational Tarot says, hi, neighbor. Hi, Inspirational Tarot. Who are you? Or rather, I should ask, what name do I know you by? Carol Smith. Merry Christmas, Carol. My mom and dad are here. Daryl Mills is apparently watching with the ancient Greek god Hera, and they can both see us, me, and are waving hi. Hey, Daryl. Okay, gotcha. Leslie and Sugarloaf. Awesome. So tonight's fireplace. You can't quite see the fire. The fire is like low on the ground. I have moved back to my condo in LA, and oh, damn it. I was so hoping Daryl was going to be able to introduce me to Hera. I can't. If you can merely hear me, that's. Oh, man, that is such a step down. But I'm glad that you can hear me. So, Sugarloaf, to finish the commentary on geography, Sugarloaf is the next nearest neighborhood in the mountains of Big Bear, close to Upper Moon Ridge. My cabin's in Upper Moon Ridge, and so Leslie is referring to herself as a neighbor because our cabins are probably like 3 miles from each other. Hello, Zachary White. Where's the champagne? I've got no champagne. My champagne of choice is Irish whiskey. Damn. That's the thing about knocking into an acoustic guitar, an instrument that was made to amplify noise. Just every time you bang into it, it just sounds like, oh my God, disproportionately painful. Well, Daryl, it's more than just a woman named Hera. It's a Greek god, an actual Greek god. She was always like bugging Hercules and harassing that guy. Karen Oliver says Sugarloaf Mountain is also a place in Maryland. So, by the way, big greetings to Karen Oliver and happy recently belated birthday. It was Karen's birthday a few days ago on one of the days this week that I was not on social media. Zachary White feels my pain, or feels my Martin's pain. All right. Little shot of champagne for that. Hello, Michelle Vanderpool. Let me jump right back up to the top real quick here. And I don't know who's on the Vaudacity network keyboard tonight. Is that Craig? I was expecting Craig to be out celebrating the holidays and his birthday. So I don't know if Dari is switching back and forth between keyboards and logins. Jumping right back down. Okay, Dari's on the Vaudacity network. Cool. Hey, Katie. Lovely to see you, Miss Katie. Oh, Christina is here. Carol Smith wants someone to do it again. Oh, wait, I'm not sure which do it again. Maybe it was take a swig, but maybe I'll just say that's the it and cheers. All right. Thought I would open this evening with a Neil Young song. This is from an album called After the Gold Rush in 1970. And Hercules. Yeah, right. No. Yeah, Daryl. Costco special. Hell yeah. Yeah, Irish whiskey can only be improved by buying it in bulk. Terry Smith. Hello, Terry. We love you too. Glad you could join us. The Blonde Avenger is here. Happy birthday, Meg Sampson. Happy birthday, Meg Sampson. Yeah. All right. Hey, Mark Wynn. Glad you are here and with us, brother. Cheers. This opening song, thought I'd give you something from the album After the Gold Rush by the hopefully immortal Neil Young. This song's called Don't Let It Bring You Down. By the side of the road, the lorries rolling by, the moon sinking from the weight of the load, the buildings scrape the sky, cold wind ripping down the alley at dawn, the morning paper fly, hidden man lying at the side of the road, the daylight in his eyes, don't let it bring it down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Blind man running through the light of the night with an answer in his head. On down to the riverside, you'd really understand. Red lights flashing through the window in the rain, and you hear the sirens moan. White cane lying in the gutter in the lake, walking home alone. Don't let it bring it down. It's only in castles burning. Find someone who's churning. You will come around. only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. Don't let him bring you down. It's only castles burning. Find someone who's turning, and you will come around. All right. Welcome, Kelsey Blaine Gibson and Roberta Acuna. Hello. Carol Smith is asking, I think she's asking me, where's your mom and dad? Mom and dad are in the Midwest. So mom and dad actually, they live in the house that I was raised in. So my parents are both I only have two parents. I still have two parents, however you want to say it. All that's the case. They are my biological parents, and they still live in the house that I was raised in. It's in the St. Louis area, but it's in Illinois. For anybody that usually watches my fingers while I play, I had a lot of people say that they were watching my hands in early LoveCasts, and I don't know where we are on that assessment anymore. That was actually one of the founding premises of which I was setting up camera angles in the early LoveCasts. It's, well, to get Wolfgang in a shot as he is sitting next to me, and to get my hands on a fretboard. And one of those is a non-factor now, and the other, I'm not sure if anybody watches the fretboard anymore. So just set up the camera as to how it fits in the room this evening. Carol Smith, I'm at the condo. I'm at my condo in Playa del Rey, so I'm just slightly to the south of Marina del Rey, slightly to the south of Venice, slightly to the north of LAX. Thank you, Ed Marsh. Please remember to click thumbs up, folks. Click share, and for those of you that have never heard the description, if you click save and put it in your save later watch list, it helps the YouTube algorithm in a strange way. Well, thank you, Zachary White. Yeah, no, I love this guitar. It's a Martin DM12. And I've got a Yamaha around here, somewhere around here. I know, I really like the one Yamaha that I own. It was given to me like 10 years ago now, and it's a very wonderfully reliable guitar. So, yeah, and I think as far as like, yeah, Martin does not make a bad sounding guitar. The Baby Martin sounds like just okay in comparison, and their backpacker guitar is just kind of like a novelty toy, I would say. Unfortunately, I do own one, and I don't play it like ever anymore. But some of their guitars are like extremely awesome sounding in comparison to the price point. Some are extremely awesomely playable in comparison to the price point. I think their DM series is a rather optimal marriage of those 3 points. Yeah, I don't know. The guitar, the backpacker guitar, I don't think it looks cheap, but it definitely, it's, you know what? It looks durable. You can hammer a nail in with that damn backpacker guitar without setting it out of tune, and it'll still play. Unfortunately, it won't sound worse than before you hammered the nail in, which is not usually a criteria for a guitar that I would buy. That one is a weird exception, and I understand why I got the one that I own so cheap on Craigslist. So, let's move on to the next song for the evening. Christina, of course, I'm happy you made it in time for the show. Hello. I know how you feel, Carol Smith. Sometimes when I talk at all on any speaker, words still don't come out right. But so it was Karen Oliver's birthday very recently, as I previously mentioned, and I spoke with Karen earlier this afternoon, although extremely briefly, and I was kind of torn on which of a couple of songs that I would play for her in commemoration of her birthday. And the first of the couple is a Bruce Springsteen song called I'm on Fire.
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? You can go away and leave you all alone. I got a bad desire. I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is it good to you? Can he do to you the things I don't do? Oh, no, I can see. Like some took a knife, baby, as you dug, put a 6-inch pipe through the middle of my soul. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head, and you cool my desire.
Yeah. All right. Well, usually I have my set list so much better in order than this. That's crazy. I suddenly can't find the second song. I no longer have Wolfgang hanging around close by to blame the silly little inconsistencies on. No, it's not that. All right, I'm going to look one more time. All right. I cannot fathom what may have happened. To almost, Jesus, almost wrote it off, is what this song is going to be called for this time around. That was strange. Found it. Alrighty. Oh, that is sweet. Terry Smith said, I miss Clarence Clemens. Yes, indeed. All right, so got a Crosby, Stills, and Nash song here for you. I actually, I kind of revisited recently. I recently revisited or relocated to a place that the one time I ever met David Crosby was at the Maverick Saloon in Santa Ynez, California. And the reason for the short hair and only recently restarted beard was I was hired to be a main character in a series of music videos, and we were shooting there as one location. It was kind of neat. It was kind of cool. I've never been to the Maverick Saloon in any other context besides being paid to play music there and shooting these music videos there. I think it was the very first time that Hunter and the Dirty Jacks played there. I met David Crosby, and yeah, cool guy. Cool guy. Whoa! Carol Smith just dropped a bomb in the chat. I met David Crosby at Yosemite when I was there camping one time. Nice guy. He was down by the Merced River playing his guitar, and I'm like, oh my God, no way. Wow, that's neat, Carol. That's really, 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 really neat. All right. So, This song was done in a number of iterations by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Make sure we're still in tune here. I'll buy that. This song's called Almost Cut My Hair.
Almost cut my hair. Happened just the other day. It's getting kinda long. Could have said was in my way, but I didn't. And I wonder why. Feel like letting my freak flag fly. And I feel like I owe it to someone. Must be 'cause I had the flu for Christmas, and I'm not feeling up to par. Increases my paranoia, like looking in my mirror and seeing a police car. But I'm not giving in an inch free, 'cause I promised myself this year I'd be like I always said I'd feel, like I always, 'cause I feel like I owe it someone. When I finally get myself together, gonna get down in that sunny southern weather to find me a place inside the land. Separate the wheat from the chaff, and I feel, said I feel like I owe it, and I feel like I owe it someone, like I feel like I owe it to someone.
Happy birthday, Karen. Happy birthday. And Karen, I know the holidays are particularly rough on you individually. I just want you to know that you're not alone in that respect. I'm sure you're well aware but it probably feels good and validating to be reminded that I know you're not alone in that respect. Happy belated birthday. I love you. All right. Hello, Amanda Benjamin. Nice to see you joining us. Hope David's with you and still wearing his mask. Is David still wearing a mask in the house? Poor guy. Nah, I don't know. I say poor guy, but like I might be doing the same if I was living with any one or any other like carbon-based form of life. David's, I'm here too and still masked. Wearing it through tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, Charity. I thought you might be feeling that way. Michelle, my sympathies are with you. I've got Emily Thatcher's Christmas present also to serve as an icon that I get it. You're welcome, Karen. I'm not sure where Deep Sky Dude is lately, Ed. I've not seen him in a chat for a little while. He's been coming to Fireside Tales on Monday night a little more often. I think he's so Deep Sky Dude, Will, is also, of course, a musician, owns more guitars than I do, I'm pretty sure. He's definitely bought more guitars than I've ever bought. And I think he actually comes to the Monday night show more often, where we talk about astronomy, astrophysics, and various things that may fall into those themes when we get around to the Ask Hunter Anything section of the show. Yeah, he's okay. No, as far as I know, he's okay. He had COVID once, like a year ago. He lives in Texas. He's surrounded by anti-vaxxers. He rails on that plenty in conversation. Not that anyone can blame him. But no, he's doing just fine as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Okay, so while we're on the subject of songs that are feeling just fine, here's one from the Allman Brothers. I was born and raised. My father was a gambler down in Georgia, wound up on the wrong end of a gun. I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. Lord, I was born and raised, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand. I was born and raised. I'm on my way to New Orleans
him, tell to him, and thank the world of me. Lord, I was born rambling, babe. Lord, I was born rambling, babe. Lord, I was born rambling, babe. Lord, I was born rambling, babe.
Indeed, Dari, good memories. Yeah, good memories. The almond butters. Yeah. Okay, cool. So oh dear, Diana Nicole says my ex-boyfriend and his family don't believe in vaccines, and they live in Texas too. My first response to that is there's this wonderful play called Angels in America from the mid 90s, maybe late 90s, give or take. And there's this like afterlife conversation between a gay man and a young Mormon woman, as I recall. And they're talking in the afterlife. And they're getting to know each other. And he says, well, you know, I'm gay, I'm a homosexual. And she says, oh, well, in my church, we don't believe in homosexuals. And he says, yeah, well, amongst the gay community, we don't believe in Mormons either. And there's a long pause, and she says, yeah, I see your point. They exist, they're real, they are effective. Believe in them or not. All of that applies to every category. So, I want to take a quick second of gratitude to appreciate the folks that threw into the virtual tip jar last week. The people that contributed to LoveCast 86 were Ed and Susie Marsh, waving at Susie again, Nick and Christy Davila, Miss Emily Thatcher, and one anonymous donation. If you're feeling so inclined, throw into the virtual tip jar. If you are unable, totally cool. Really appreciate you just being here and being part of the community. And just want to reiterate that. Thank you for being part of this community. That is the most valuable part of this. The thing that's only seconds to keeping the lights on is the community that we build here together and the community that I see develop in the chat. Oh, shit. I just saw over in the chat, Ed Marsh. Ed works in a hospital. We put up a tent at the hospital for overflow COVIDs. Yeah, I've no doubt the numbers I have been keeping track of show in terms of just like pure infection rate in Los Angeles, we're in the highest spike that we have ever seen in Los Angeles. I can go into try to watering down why it's less than... Nah, I'm not even going to try to do that. Never mind. I feel for you, Ed. I think we're going to have another sweatpants in the living room New Year's Eve. And by we, I've got to get out of the habit of saying we, because I always meant me and Wolfgang. Yeah, David Benjamin, I agree with you. David's saying that's what's great about science. It doesn't care whether you believe in it, it's still true. I always said my. Thank you, Terry. I understand Terry Smith has puppies in surplus. Oh, wait, I saw a. Okay, there's a super chat from Dari Mills. a, a curling avo parasado saying, keep it up. Thank you very much, Dari. And Anna, there's one from Anna that's just a bunch of heart emojis. Thank you, Anna. It's very sweet of you both. It's very, very sweet. Oh, and Christina with the little, like, kissy face heart avo parasado. Thank you. Yes. Just think of it as the royal we. Indeed. Yeah, Terry Smith, there's a lot of breakthrough cases out there, particularly with the Omicron variation. The nice thing about being vaccinated and having a booster is twofold. One, your symptoms are guaranteed to be a lot less worse, a lot less severe. And two, in no small part, that is because your viral load is going to be significantly reduced, which means that you are significantly less transmissive to other humans and other not just humans, other mammalian species that can get this as well, including cats, although I don't think it's as big a deal for cats as it is for primates. Wow, David, are weights for lifting a type of curling iron? Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah, Amanda Benjamin, I would also be similarly worried about going back to work. I've got literally zero comfort to offer you. Open the windows, no matter how cold it is. Open the windows and put a local heater on your feet. Like a plug-in sort of heater that might help. Yeah, Dari, I couldn't even get to work today because of the super flooding rain, but I wasn't mad. Better to be safe on all accounts. No, I completely, yeah, when I saw that Zumba for today was canceled on Dari's end, I immediately thought coronavirus related news. But no, it was actually precipitation and flooding related news. So, okay, let's move on. Series of capos that are all clearly sitting next to each other and out of my view. Damn it! This is one of those. Found him. Yeah, this is one of those times I put the capos just out of view, out of sight, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Just heard a beautiful rendition of this song this afternoon. This is one of my favorite songs ever written, ever recorded, ever put into human non-genetic memory, extra genetic information, as Carl Sagan once referred to writing. And I don't have the tuning. It should be a G, right? Oh my God. So, for those of you that are not in Southern California, it's raining its ass off, which makes tuning acoustic instruments particularly difficult. I've been kind of delving into my hammered dulcimer recently, also in prep for a recording session I'm going to do in February, and I will not be playing such instruments until the time as it is a little more reliable to play in public. My 12-string here is already just unreliable enough. Okay, let's try this again. Get a little reliability without the capos, then you earn them. Okay. Thank you, Dari. I did not have the chat on the appropriate click. But yes, David, I did get it. The pun was, let's just describe it as adorable. All right. It's a Mazzy Star song.
Strange put your hands into your head. The noon smiles cover your heart. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. I think it's strange you never knew. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. I think it's strange you never knew. I think it's strange you never knew. I think it's strange you never knew. I think it's strange you never knew.
Thank you in the super chat from Miss Roberta Acuna. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, Rhonda. Rhonda Soto. If anybody with any familiarity of Latin-based languages knows, you cannot shout Rhonda Soto's last name. Patty Pinkstaff is here. I didn't say hi to Patty that I recall. Hi, Patty. So, this is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. What? Soto means low or quiet or sotto voce. It's like something that you'll see in music, written in italics underneath the staff lines, frequently. But I gotta say, I highly admire folks that will come right out and say I don't get it or ask questions about shit. Yeah, I've kind of recently had this new. So one of the things that I'm commended for in people who have education way above my pay grade is that I simply raise my hand and ask, what's that word that you just said? What does that mean? And when they tell me, I say, thank you very much, and I move on, as opposed to pretending that I knew what the word was. And I don't know, it's like people sort of intellectually trust you more if you embrace your limitations, such as they were, and in this case is vocabulary. And it is something that I do, I'll just repeat, all the damn time. It's not that I get along in those crowds because I know so many words. It's that I seem to get along in those crowds because I raise my hand and say, hold on, explain to all of us, including the dumb musician with the bachelor's degree, what does that word mean? And, then like one PhD can sort of explain it to all the other PhDs and nobody feels stupid. So, yeah, man, I'm happy to explain it. Thanks for asking it. Dude, I don't want to like dovetail too far into why people love me. No, I really want to acknowledge why I appreciated the comment. Thank you for saying I don't get it. That's the only way that we can all grow, and specifically how we can all grow together. Socrates said the only true wisdom lies in knowing that you know nothing. And then Bill and Ted chimed in with, "That's us, dude!" Yeah, Karen Oliver. I wish that my son could ever admit that he doesn't get it and ask questions in his college classes. Yeah. I think sometimes the best students to have in a class are not the students that are absorbing it and getting it on an immediate feed with zero resistance. Sometimes the best students to have in a class are the ones to say, I'm sure this is a stupid question that's going to reflect badly upon me for asking, but what was that extraordinarily basic 101 term that you just used that we're all supposed to know and understand and pass over? And hearing that explanation from the professor to the inquiring student helps everybody. Okay, so Beards, Brews, and Buds, if you were given a PhD degree but had no more knowledge of the subject of the degree besides what you have now, what degree would you want to be given to you? That's a really fascinating question. It's a fascinating question because the PhD, as far as I'm concerned, and maybe I'm being way too optimistic in my evaluation of what a PhD means, a PhD is not just one university's recognition of your contribution to a field. A PhD should be a collective recognition we have this whole team of people that are evaluating your dissertation and are giving the thumbs up or thumbs down to your PhD based on whether or not they agree and to what nuance. I don't know because I've never had a board of people or a committee of people say, you have contributed this amount of knowledge to our Library of Alexandria. That, I don't feel ripped off in the universe because I don't have a PhD. I've not contributed personally to the body of knowledge of any one organized group that I'm aware of. When I help out public understanding as I am able to, it's just that, public understanding. It's not that I have contributed to the Encyclopedia Galactica in any recognizable way that I thirst to be acknowledged for? That's an interesting question. So, short answer: beards, brews, and buds. I don't have a concise. What would I like to earn a PhD in? That would be a different question for another time. Scrolling down. Oh, interesting. Terry Smith said physical anthropology for me. Yeah. Meg Sampson, Library of Alexandria? Too soon! Right, yeah, that's... that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, Library of Alexandria jokes way too soon. Okay. I'm going to play one or two more here. Tom Petty song from 1989, Full Moon Fever. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus, America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and her boyfriend too. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard, and I'm a bad boy. Don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy. Christina, that was also in your stack. So, thank you for that. Yeah, I think I'll do one more for the evening here. Oh. Yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due. Aaron wrote, like, the majority of that song by a wide margin, the majority. The song is called 40 More Days and 40 More Nights. And, nope, it is not called 40 More Days and 40 More Nights. Excuse me, I'm mixing up multiple elements of the chat that I am conflating here. No, the song is called Alexandria, of course. Aaron came in with the chord progression and something of a melody and a few other extraordinarily important elements. And said, yeah, I got this thing. It's called Alexandria. Before I had heard any of it, my first response was, Alexandria, that's interesting. Is it about the library in Egypt, or is it like about some chick in a breakup song? And he looked at me and he smiled and he said, yes. And it was, yeah, off to the races. So, yeah, we'll be, you know, the COVID timelines of things are like, when the hell are any of us getting back to live stages? And when are we responsibly getting back to live stages where the cost of infecting loyal fans is so close to zero that the benefit to our pocketbooks are overshadowed in ineffective ways? Hopefully the answer to all of that is soon. And I'm tuning, as you can see, while I'm saying this, so my intent is not to project any kind of negativity or judgment toward anybody that is playing right now. In fact, I was personally lamenting the fact that I had no New Year's Eve gig to play this year. But that would have been as curable as making a couple of phone calls and saying, hey, I think it's totally rational and safe to play a New Year's Eve gig, and I really want to book a New Year's Eve gig. So, obviously, that was not my chosen course of action for this year, nor last year. So I'm in no way, shape, or form faulting anyone that is weighing that equation to playing a New Year's Eve gig. But by very calculated means, I did not schedule to play a New Year's Eve gig this year. And now a lot of my very, very, very close friends are canceling their New Year's Eve gigs as well. Zachary White, the Elixir 8020 bronze strings are awesome. I love those, and I have used those on this guitar on many occasions. Right now, a couple of my favorite choices are Elixir. Martin also makes awesome phosphor bronze strings. And anywhere you get into the like phosphor bronze versus 80/20 bronze, we're getting into like real nuances. But I really like virtually all the phosphor bronze mixes as far as their string life. I haven't found a disappointing mix of phosphor bronze yet. It's yeah, phosphor bronze is a real good, really damn good alloy for string life. Thank you for the question. That's a very good one. So I'm going to play one more song here this evening. And I'm going to also put in to the other corner here the email address for Fireside Tales for Wolfgang on Monday night. If you have any interesting question, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for... It seems like most Joseph Campbell style hero quests, you have a protagonist looking for answers. I'm not looking for answers at this phase in my life. I'm asking for better and better questions. If you have one of those, please drop it into this Gmail address and listen to Fireside Tales for Wolfgang as to whether or not I have anything valuable to contribute in response. And historically, it has thus borne out that sometimes I don't have an answer, but I've got amendments that we can add to the question. I like to say, a majority of the time people ask questions that I've considered in the past before and might have something valuable to consider. Hey, Deep Sky Dude's here. I hope you're here because your ears were burning. Let's see. I'm going to scan up one more time real quick in the chat here. Have you ever heard Alexandria by Foo Fighters? No, I have not. Alexandria is a very cool Virginia town right next to D.C. Yeah, I've heard of Alexandria, Virginia. I've not heard of the Foo Fighters song. We opened for the Foo Fighters in 2018, as I recall. And Ed Marsh bumped into Aaron, my bass player, the other day at Stater Brothers. It was great to see him. Bummer, no hugging now. That's awesome. Terry Smith, I would love to have strolled through the library. Let's see, who else is... Ruth Sanchez is saying I only know of outdoor concerts that are going ahead tomorrow night in California. Yeah, I'll be damned. I was on the phone with Sonia, the mother of my goddaughter. What day was that? Wednesday morning. And she was inviting me to a piano concert with a world-class pianist at an indoor high-ceilinged restaurant is how she described it. I don't even know what it was. So one of her favorite pianists in all of the face of the earth, and she's an opera singer, so she has very strong opinions about modern-day pianists. One of her favorite world-class pianists was playing somewhere here in Southern California, and she and her boyfriend were inviting me to join them, and I literally called her on the phone to explain to her the Omicron spike numbers here in Southern California, that we're facing the biggest spike that we've ever seen, and why I'm not going to this show. And while we're on the phone, she received a text message saying that the pianist's spouse has COVID and that the concert that night is canceled. And all I could do was shrug and say, we have returned to the same page. All right. I don't honestly, David Benjamin, we never got so far in the conversation as that I can give you a name as to which pianist. It was Sonia's favorite pianist or one of her favorite pianists. I don't know who she meant. I just know that that person is apparently married. And while we were on the phone, there we go. Yeah, Christopher Farron, here's to Webb, hopefully cruising for 10 years. Cheers. I'm actively acknowledging James Webb Space Telescope updates as we go. It doesn't just have to be science questions, Daryl. It's like, it's broadly human questions. What is stuff that you've always been curious about but never found a good answer to? Like, when I was about 7 years old, I remember asking one of my babysitters, what if what you see as red is different than what I see as red? And I was so disappointed that this person had no idea what I was asking. And I was like, now, granted, this person was probably like in 8th grade, but from my criteria as a 7-year-old was like, holy shit, you're like 2.5 feet taller than me. You can reach all the cookies in any jar they've ever been concealed of. How can you not understand this question? Those are the sorts of questions. This isn't a how do we stump Hunter sort of session. This is a really Hunter's out to gather better questions wherever they may avail themselves. And this definitely includes questions that perhaps no human is capable of answering. And if that's the case, I'd like to hear that question. Christy Davila, I would be nervous too. Open your windows and plug in a heater next to you. Christopher Farron, I gotta look that up later. Or please tell me what that word means. Deuteranopia. I don't know that one. I just don't know that word. I would really like to know that word, so please chime in. Chime in or private message me links later. Let's see. Oh, I see Deep Sky Dude acknowledging David about time dilation, and David and I were like tossing back and forth time dilation sorts of questions earlier in conversation. When a defensive linebacker runs 10 years past the line of scrimmage, does he become a singularity? Wow, man, that's kind of like asking how many L's are in the color purple. I'm not sure that it has a meaningful answer. Shit, he says I meant 10 yards. Okay, in any case, just going to play another question. Jeez. I'm going to play one more song here. So, This song was also in Christina's pile. Thank you, darling. This song is from the Counting Crows. They did a massively popular album in 1996 called Recovering the Satellites. I think this song is a pretty appropriate last song to play for the month of December. So I leave you with this Counting Crows song called A Long December.
December, there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than last. I can't remember the last thing that you said as you were leaving. Now the days go by so fast, and it's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. If you think that I could be forgiven, I wish you would. Na 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 na. Smell of hospitals in winter, feeling that it's all a lot of oysters, no pearls. All at once you look across a crowded room, see the way the light attaches to a girl. It's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. If you think you might come to California, I think you should. Na 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 na. Drove up to Hillside and met sometime after we talked a little while by here. I guess the winter makes you laugh a little slower, makes you talk a little lower about the things you could not show her. And it's been a long December, there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than last. I can't remember all the times I tried to tell myself, hold on to these moments as they pass. And it's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. It's been so long since I've seen the ocean. I guess I should. La 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 la, yeah. La 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 la, yeah.
Well, Deep Sky Dude, you'll be happy to know. Let me rephrase this in the inverse. I'm sure my mom will be happy to know that she's not the only one that feels the same way that Will Deep Sky Dude does about that song. So thank you. Carol, looking forward to that. If that is feasible, possible, and outdoors likely, I think we can manage. Wow. Scrolling up, and I see Terry Smith asking, here's a question for you, Hunter. What is the difference between living and existing? That might be a really good one to join us on a Monday night for. But I can smell the difference is a lot deeper than the culture that originally defined living and another culture that would have originally defined existing. And I'll also just supplement that the best differentiation between these two things is an American contribution to the world of literature that we now call American Transcendentalism. These would include the likes of Emerson and Thoreau. I just read a nice, 40-something minute passage from Walden, given by the American Transcendentalist Thoreau this very last Monday. I think we're going to wrap it up here. So, join us again on Monday for Fireside Tales for Wolfgang, and perhaps we'll address some of these bigger, deeper questions. Dancing with Dari is going to continue on Tuesday at 6:30. That's 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, of course. And I'm still looking forward to reading this script, but Paul's screenplay, Paul Carganilla, wrote a screenplay called A Ticket to the World, or rather is writing a screenplay in an 8-day screenplay writing challenge that is going to debut as a Zoom table read on January the 1st at what time? 7 p.m. also Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be a character in this. What's being said in this in the description here? I'm going to be at least a featured character in this. A romantic comedy screenwriting challenge. Okay, let's go with that. Christina Beelan is saying starring Hunter and Jamie. Jamie is Paul's wife. So then, of course, also Wednesday of next week, Amanda on Demanda at 7:30. And Christy Davila, here's to 2022 being better than 2021. This was quite a year for so many reasons. Yeah, indeed. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, we'll cut it off here. I love you all. Please take a few more minutes to say goodnight to each other in the chat here and just help this burgeoning community re-solidify on its basis of love and good foundations. And I'll be on camera again January 1st for the table read of Paul Carganilla's play. Love you all. Thank you. Good night.